Hi, it's Georgia from ANZ Wealth, and today I have with me Jessica Gwynn from Client Kiosk. We're going to be talking about how to be an expert. Now, why would you want to be an expert as an advisor? Well, that's where your core value proposition lies, or how you attract more of your target market, the people you love dealing with and who are profitable. So, Jess is an expert in this area. She's proven it many times over. Over to Jess to talk about how you can become an expert.
Talk about how to become an expert. It's probably a good reason to look at why first. And the reason you'd want to become an expert in your field is to make you the go-to person when someone has a question about what it is that you really look after.
Okay, so why do you do it? But tell us, how do you do it?
You can do it across a variety of mediums, and it's really, again, providing helpful information. So you want to do this as pretty much as far and wide as you can. So you've got things like blogging, you've got videos, podcasting, and then using your social media channels such as LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram if that's in your area, and Pinterest, so that you can get as much information out and directing people back to mainly your website and your name.
Okay, so where do I start? What do you think is the most important platform to start with in this financial services business?
I think probably the best places to concentrate on would be something like LinkedIn, and then blogging using your own website. Things like Pinterest and Instagram, it's not really where in the financial services industry your customers are lying.
Okay. And so doing a blog, I mean, we've done, all of the industry does e-newsletters, but just not so sure about blogging. Where do we start with blogging?
I think people get a bit scared because it's a little bit longer. The articles are a little bit longer, but they're really not that much. If you think about how you would look on the internet, or anyone in particular, you tend to have it in snackable pieces. You don't really want to be on there reading 1,000 words. So we sort of tend to say with blogging, stick to 300 to 800 words in an article, and you're more likely to get people to read it. So with that in mind, it's just a matter of writing down a few different topics and then starting writing.
Okay. All right, so we've written a few blogs, and we're getting stuff out on LinkedIn about our area of expertise. How do we be considered an expert, though?
It's more about, it's a time thing. It's definitely long term. This won't happen overnight. When people ask you a question, take the time to reply. And if you're giving out really what is considered to be good and helpful answers, people will start to recommend you to other people as an expert in the field, and it's that ongoing effect that creates the expertise.
And so what happens when people start recognising me as an expert in my area, or recognising the advisors as, say, an expert in self-managed super funds? What happens then?
More business. It really means that people, if they have a question or they're considering changing from their current advisor, or they're just really not sure about what they're doing with their finances, your name is going to be the name that comes to them, and they're going to come to you.
So by being an expert and using the right platforms, does that increase my searchability? Is that how it works?
It does too, yeah, it does both. So it'll be your name on one field, and then in the second field, the thing that it will do is create content for Google. And of course, Google is king. It's the yellow pages of 20 years ago. If you are providing content constantly, Google will see that as being relevant, and if people are clicking on it, more relevant than other things, and it'll send you to the top of the list.
Okay, great. All right, well, I think I understand a little bit more about how and why. Have you got any final tips for everybody?
There's one other one, which is PR and getting PR, and here in Australia we have a really good website which is called Source Bottle, and you'll find it in the show notes. It's www.source, as in where you go to get something, bottle.com.au, and it is where the TV stations, magazines go to place articles on to try and find people who are experts in a particular field to give commentary. So I'd check that out to become an instant expert.
Okay, thanks. That's a really good tip. Thanks, Jess.
No worries, Georgie.
Talk to you again soon.